Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0138, indicates a high voltage condition in the secondary heated oxygen sensor, secondary HO2S or sensor 2. This specific sensor is critical for monitoring the oxygen levels in the exhaust gases post-catalytic converter, providing necessary information to the engine control module, ECM, or powertrain control module, PCM, for optimal engine operation. The high voltage scenario suggests that the sensor might be malfunctioning, or there could be an issue with the wiring connected to it. The PCM continuously monitors the performance of the secondary HO2S to ensure the vehicle meets emissions standards. If the output voltage exceeds predefined limits, the PCM flags this issue, ultimately leading to triggering the DTC. This code may impact fuel efficiency, exhaust emissions, and overall vehicle performance. Making immediate attention essential. The DTC P0138 signifies that the secondary heated oxygen sensor is sending a higher than normal voltage signal to the PCM. The secondary HO2S plays a crucial role in monitoring the oxygen levels in the exhaust stream, specifically after the catalytic converter. Its location in the exhaust system allows it to measure the efficiency of the catalyst by comparing the oxygen levels pre- and post-conversion. If the voltage reads excessively high, it indicates a problem, either with the sensor itself or the circuit connecting it to the PCM. The sensor data is vital for the engine calibration, helping the PCM adjust fuel mixtures for optimal combustion and emissions control. A persistent high-voltage scenario implies serious underlying issues requiring immediate diagnostics. Several factors could trigger DTC P0138. An open circuit in the wiring to the secondary HO2S disrupts the flow of information, potentially causing the PCM to misinterpret the sensor's output. Additionally, a short circuit to power can lead to false signals, affecting the sensor's operation and leading the PCM to perceive an abnormal condition. Lastly, a malfunctioning secondary HO2S itself could directly cause high-voltage issues due to sensor failure or internal anomalies. Each of these potential causes must be thoroughly inspected to determine the root of the problem. Correctly identifying the cause is important for restoring proper vehicle function and emissions performance. The presence of DTC P0138 commonly results in several observable symptoms. Firstly, the check engine light will illuminate on the dashboard, signaling that a diagnostic issue has been detected in the engine management system. Secondly, fuel consumption may increase, as the PCM may not properly optimize the air-fuel mixture due to erroneous readings from the secondary HO2S. This heightened fuel usage can quickly lead to increased operational costs for the vehicle owner. Furthermore, due to emissions-related discrepancies caused by the high-voltage interpretation, failure in emissions testing might also occur. Recognizing these symptoms early can be instrumental in preventing further complications or damage to the vehicle. The initial troubleshooting step involves starting the vehicle's engine and maintaining the engine speed at 3,000 RPM without load until the radiator fan activates. This procedure is critical because it ensures that the vehicle reaches a stable operating temperature, allowing the HO2S and PCM to function correctly during diagnostics. By holding the RPM steady, it can reveal the conditions under which the oxygen sensor operates, which can provide insight into whether the sensor is working as intended. It is important to observe the system behavior once the fan engages, as this indicates that the vehicle cooling system is functioning. After the engine is allowed to idle, further diagnostics can take place, focusing on specific components related to the DTC. The next troubleshooting step requires a thorough inspection of the external circuit that connects the secondary HO2S to the PCM. This involves checking for continuity and ensuring that the circuit paths, including the SO2 signal wire and the ground wire labeled SO2SG, are intact and free of any disconnections. Using appropriate diagnostic tools, you should confirm that the resistance in the circuit wires is below 1 ohm, which suggests no open circuits exist. Additionally, if there are abnormalities, such as voltage on the ground wire or excessive resistance, these could point to faulty wiring or connections. This step is essential to rule out common wiring faults before examining the sensor itself or the PCM. At this stage, it is vital to investigate the powertrain control module's functionality. This includes having the secondary HO2S 4P connector disconnected and utilizing a jumper wire to connect specific terminals to simulate the sensor's operation. Turning the ignition to on mode and monitoring the HDS data, specifically the reading under HO2S S2, will confirm whether the PCM is outputting the correct voltage response. A value below 3.28 volts indicates that the PCM is functioning correctly, while any higher reading may suggest a malfunction within the PCM itself. This inspection helps to narrow down the issue, ensuring that the problem does not lie with the PCM or any of its supporting components. If the investigations thus far have indicated normal conditions regarding the external circuitry and the PCM, it is time to turn focus to the secondary HO2S itself. This involves conducting diagnostics on the sensor to ensure that it can accurately measure and relay oxygen levels. If all other components have passed inspection and the DTC persists, it is highly likely that the secondary HO2S is defective. Through testing with appropriate equipment, you can determine if the readings fall outside of parameters, affirming sensor failure. Rectifying this issue typically results in clearing the DTC and restoring normal functionality of the fuel system. Therefore, confirming the condition of the sensor is the final step in the troubleshooting process. Upon completing the relevant repairs and inspections, it is crucial to verify that the DTC P0138 has been successfully resolved. This includes clearing the stored code from the PCM, enabling the onboard computer to reset. Following this, conduct a new round of engine diagnostics while observing the engine operation and critical values from the HO2S. Monitoring these values ensures that no new issues arise and confirms whether everything is functioning within expected parameters. It is essential to keep an eye on the check engine light to ascertain that it does not illuminate again under similar conditions. Only once you have verified these parameters and confirmed normal system behavior should you consider the repair complete. Preventive maintenance plays a pivotal role in ensuring the long-term effectiveness of the secondary HO2S and avoiding issues like DTC P0138. Regular inspection of the sensor and its connected wiring can help identify potential problems before they escalate. This can involve visual checks for signs of wear, corrosion, or damage, and using diagnostic tools to assess operational parameters. Moreover, routine checks of the exhaust system can ensure that it is functioning correctly, thereby minimizing the risk of contamination or damage to the sensor. Ensuring that fuel systems and overall engine performance are kept in check will further maintain optimal readings from the HO2S. This proactive approach can save time and costs associated with emergency repairs, ultimately enhancing vehicle reliability. In summary, understanding and properly diagnosing DTC P0138 is crucial for maintaining vehicle performance, compliance with emission standards, and fuel efficiency. the focus should be on a systematic troubleshooting approach, starting from engine diagnostics, external circuit inspections, PCM verification, and concluding with sensor assessments. Each step in the troubleshooting process is designed to isolate the specific source of the error, ensuring a thorough examination of all potential issues. Preventive maintenance measures are equally important. Regular checks can mitigate future complications associated with the secondary HO2S. Ultimately, maintaining the health of this emission-related component is not just about compliance, but also about ensuring a smooth, efficient, and environmentally friendly driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.